Hello everybody and welcome to this week's edition of Antlers. I want you to remember this week right here, the first week in April. Just remember the first week in April. Actually, just barely the first week in April, April 7. But I want you to remember this week because this will be the week where we will be able to actually start watching antlers grow. We're going to take a look at some of the deer. I'll see if I can't get a few deer. I'll see a few out run around in the woods as I'm talking right here. Super, super windy. I mean, we are having such bad winds. They're having them all over, I guess, but golly, there was 70 some odd mile an hour wind one day at Oklahoma this week. We got wind blowing 30 miles an hour out here right now. We're going to be going into the pen. I've got some carrots, got some Grimm's family farm carrots. I'm going to be going up there and feeding SplitEar. I might see if I can find Forrest if he's around here close, see if he wants to eat a few, let him chomp on some. But we'll be able to look and see some growth beginning. We're going to see some areas where they're just now starting. You'll see the very, very, very start of antlers, which is always exciting. And then we'll kind of watch that as we go on over the next couple of 2 or 3 months. They'll get up and be nice, big, full of velvet in July, and then they'll start, that velvet will, then they'll start rubbing that off as they get into the fall, and we'll end up with big antlers this coming fall. But anyway, it's really exciting to think about. We're starting right now this first week in April. So let's go out here, let me throw some feed and see if I can't get somebody to come around, and we'll see and look what little bitty nubbins is starting to grow on some pretty good sized deer. As I start walking out here, we've got deer right here, and some of them are going to be bucks. It's really hard to tell. Pretty easy on that one right there. That's Forrest, and that is TC behind him. So I'm going to get up here and scatter a little feed out. This is where I scattered feed a little bit earlier today, and nothing much happened, to be honest with you about it. Not much happened. The deer are just now getting around the food. I'm going to throw just a little bit out. I'll throw just a little bit more out, but there's food that I threw out earlier. I don't know where they were, but they're just now getting here. The other thing that I did, looks like, is I left the lid off of the food bucket. Go on in here, guys. I want to look at you little knobbies. A couple of you are girls. That doesn't help me any. But Jimmy, we're proud to be little girls. We're gonna have you some baby deer running around here. Hi, Forrest. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Huh? How you doing? Now your nubs are shining. Let's take a look at his nubs. His nubs are shining. We'll see if we can get up there close. Now TC is really kind of wild acting, but we'll see if we can get back here and see what we can figure out with him. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get up here and try to get a little bit close to Forrest. Obviously he doesn't have any problem letting us get up close to him. See if I can't zoom in there to take a really nice look, and if you can see you see what he's got going there? You see him kind of shining? I'm zoomed in really close now. He's real close. See those nubs shining there? And you can see, taking a picture of my shadow. There we are right there. I'm really zoomed in there. I zoomed up about 6 power, but you can see that they are starting to grow right there. Now it'll be amazing to see how much change there might be just next week. TC's out there behind him. He's right over there. I can't really see much because he's in the shade. It's really difficult to see, but you can see he has got even bigger nubs sticking up there. Kind of a little bit difficult because he's in the shade. We can get him to walk around in the sun. That would be a little bit better. But you can see, there you can see him right there. But anyway, that's the growth starting right there. That's thundercloud. Now you can see right there. You got to get a good look at them. Just a big old round shiny nub, and that's going to get larger as every week goes by. He's grooming that other little buck right there. That little buck right there is quite possibly his son. And he's got little nubbins starting to grow also. So we got 3 right here. The other 2 deer that are here are little girls. So I say that. I don't know about this little guy right here. He's going to have some that are going to be tiny, but it does look like he's got, yes, he does. See those kind of little brown spots protruding there? So that is a little, well, he's the tags in the right ear also. So that is a little buck right there. He's not going to have much. It's going to be his first horns. That will be Forrest's second. Wherever he is, he's right there. Forrest's second. You can see him shining. See the difference there. And the oh, he says, get away from the food. Back up a little bit because you can see the difference in the size of the deer too. And then out there, now that deer's got the tag in the right ear, and that is a little buck there. That was the one we was looking at a minute ago. You can see he's very small compared to Thundercloud, but he's got to start. He's got to start. So there's 4 bucks right here at the house we'll be able to watch. Hopefully they make it fine through the summer, and we'll be able to watch them all the way to maturity of their antler size. So I'll tell you what let's do right now. Let's go to the pen. Come here, Forrest. Come here, look here what I got. I know you've been over there eating. I was taking these out to SplitEar. I was looking at your nubbins starting to grow there. So Jimmy, quit talking, open that bag of carrots. What do you say, big boy? How about that? How you doing? Now we can see his nubbins up really close. I know we're in the shade a little bit, but you can see him right there real close, exactly what those are. Now we should be able to get really good close-ups of his nubbins. They're kind of warm feeling when you touch them. He doesn't really want anybody fooling with them. You can feel the heat in them as they're growing. They're getting blood in them. And it's just an amazing thing to watch a deer antlers grow. Now, if you remember, he was an 8-point this year. And he will probably be 8 or 10. He might be a bigger 8. He might be a 10 or 12. He might add a drop. You just don't know exactly what might happen. Have you had all the carrots you want, buddy? Looks like he's kind of lost interest in the carrots just a little bit. Want another one or not? Okay. He's had about all the carrots he wants right there, so one more? Nope, I've had all I want. He hears something out there. I don't know if Patsy might be coming up. But all right, now I said let's go to the pen. Now let's go to the pen. As we get into the pens on this super windy day, you'll notice we've had the first two pens have been closed off to the deer. The deer in the back 2 pens, and if you look here, you can see some really nice grass beginning to grow. See all that grass that's grown up there? Also, we'll look around this pen over here. Again, same situation. We got quite a bit of grass growing in it. The front 2 pens, which is really and truly a little bit larger. Well, I don't know. I think they're about the same. Actually, the back's probably a little bit larger than the front now. I get to looking at it. But anyway, as you look down through here, you see that we got quite a bit of grass growing. We're going to let that go. Hopefully, probably at least until we have babies, and we have a lot more deer to worry about. But we've got quite a bit of grass growing there. That grass over the next 3 or 4 weeks until we start having babies, maybe the end of April, or most of them will be in May. Maybe that grass will get up there pretty high, so when we have babies, we'll have a little area that they can move them into. We come down here and look, there's not a single deer on that side, and obviously they go back and forth here. They are all down in there. One of the reasons they are is the nice cool breeze coming off of the lake. Can I talk about a breeze? I mean a breeze. Nice cool breeze coming off the lake. It's blowing a gale, as a matter of fact. I mean a literal gale. And all the deer down there in that one little area laying down, walking around down there in the shade. I actually see deer on the outside down there, 2 or 3 of them also. So we'll go down there and see if we can't get SplitEars and maybe 1 or 2 of our friends to come up and feed them some carrots before we end this video. And take a look at Whitey. I'll make sure we get pretty close to Whitey and see what his nubbins that are starting to grow look like. I wish you could have seen this as I was trying to get the gate open, go through the gate. SplitEars came up. She's trying to get in the bottom there. She came a-running. She came a-running just like the deer do. You look pretty ragged, girl. And there's Whitey right there. There's Whitey right there. Yeah, okay, let's get down here and get in the shade or something. You take a look down there and you see all of the deer. Here comes another one running up here. That might be another one that will eat out of my hand. She come running up here. This little girl here is just about to crawl all over me. And there is, boy, there's a good look there at Whitey's. Oh, he's smelling those carrots. Look at him licking his chomps. A good look at his knobs there. He looks a whole lot like Forrest does. But Whitey is looking good. Look at him there. I'm gonna try to, hey, she's biting my shirt. She's pulling my shirt, biting my shirt. That's what Lucy did. That's what Lucy did. I want to set this thing up here where we can watch and see, but it's so windy Might blow my tripod over, and I've got a brand new tripod. Will you believe it? A brand new tripod. Look at Whitey right there. Look at Whitey. Okay, guys, hang on a minute. Come here. Look at here. Look at here. Come here. Come here. There we go, baby. There we go. And this one was nibbling, gnawing on my fingers too. Look at this. Oh, Whitey, I see you over there. You need to come over here and get one. I'm hoping my tripod don't blow over. We got right here. We can get right up here where you can get a real good close look up. Now, if I could get Whitey to eat a carrot, we could get really, really close look up at those antlers. Look at here. I got number 3. He's going to eat out of my hand. There you go, baby. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. These girls could. Whitey, here. Come on, Whitey. Take it. Come on. He's so close. Whitey, take it. Take it, Whitey. Take it, Whitey. Oh, he won't quite do it. He ran off. He wouldn't quite do it. He will just almost eat out of my hand. These 2 have no problem. These 3, 7028. I need to give you girls names. I could probably slip a nice headband collar on these 3 and make them a little prettier. Yeah. There you go, Whitey. Whitey's got to have some carrots. They love those carrots, my goodness. You guys, are you part rabbit? Are you part rabbit, huh? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that something? Are you guys part rabbit? Here you go, baby. There you go, baby. I got 3 of them here now. They're just absolutely. And as soon as SplitEar finally saw me coming, as soon as she saw me coming, all right, settle down. As soon as she saw me coming, she came running. I mean, running just like they do up at the house, running when I want to throw some food. Now, she's not very smart because she went over there to eat. I got actually Whitey and 2 or 3 other deers over there. And if you remember, we filled her up last week. She finally, here you go, baby. Come on. Come on. Don't back. No. Hey, you big girl, don't back into my tripod. Don't back into my tripod there. Now, get down to the bottom is where the... Is this crazy or what? They're licking my fingers. Well, I hope they don't mistake my finger for a carrot, because the way they chomp, this would be kind of bad. I want y'all to have some carrots too. Whitey is eating the carrots and he loves them, but he just will not come up and quite eat. Boy, we got a great shot at his antlers. Of course, you know how big he was, and he should be just as big or bigger. We just hope that we can get him through the summer. I mean, we had such a terrible summer last year. We've got some new stuff that we put down to help get rid of flies, that they'll actually be in the ground and eat larvae. We've got it ordered. It's supposed to come in. They said they shipped it by post office. I don't know how they're going to do that. So I don't know. Here. We're getting low. I'll tell you, SplitEar doesn't want to. She just stays right here. I can throw some out. She says, Jimmy's got a sack right here. There you are, Whitey. I hope that Whitey will stay up here close enough that I can get a look at his horns. I'm about out of carrots, but I definitely want to look at those nubbins. He is right here, really close. I'm down to the last 2 or 3 carrots in the bag. I've got 3 babies up here wanting these last 3 carrots. Now I'm down to 1 carrot. I can find a way to get in the bag and get it. Once you get down to the end, SplitEars, you get it, baby. You get it. Yeah, that's my baby. Yeah. All right. Now Whitey has walked off. Wouldn't you know it? Whitey has walked off. Wouldn't you know it? That's him walking down there. He was so close, but he's smart. He knew we were about out of carrots. I'm gonna walk on down here a little bit because I'd like to zoom in and get a real look at what his nubbins look like. You can see him there. He's in the shade. I'll zoom in, kind of get as good a look as we can. You can see that they are larger than even thunderclouds. Now this will be his third set of horns right here. We can keep him alive. That'll be his third set of horns. If the antlers, if the Bluetooth doesn't get to him, and I'm zoomed so much that if he moves any at all, I'll lose him. And I'm trying to, I got my new tripod. I've got it, the legs out. I'm not using it as a monopod right now. I am using it as a tripod. You can see he's eating some alfalfa. Apache's just been here and put some fresh alfalfa in. But you can see his nubbins there. And remember, guys and girls, that this is the first week of April. So kind of as you think back, you may go back to the first week of April, a month from now, 6 weeks from now, a couple months from now, June, July, August, in the fall. Hey. She's over here pushing on me, hoping that I can give her some more carrots. I'm out, baby. I'm out, baby. The wind is blowing so hard, it blew my tripod sideways right then. I know it's horrible camera work, folks, but I can't help it. The wind is blowing so hard. I got a microphone on. I hope my audio is good. But we've had just tremendous luck with all of these deer here. You can just go over here and kind of take a look at what we've got in the pen here. 19 beautiful girls. Well, more than that, I think we got 22 because we got a couple babies back in here when we had the Great Escape and everybody got loose. We got a couple babies back in, but you can look and see that, man, oh man, oh man. We're gonna have probably, back off a little bit. We're gonna have probably, I would say 30 babies. We're probably gonna have 30 babies in here. And I hope we don't, it's not 25 does and 5 bucks. We need some more bucks to turn loose to watch around, watch your antlers grow. But the does are fine too. The genetics are there, so Whitey's genetics will be in the baby girls just like they're in the baby boys. But some of these deer are gaining quite a bit of weight. If you'll look, some of the older ones, their bellies are getting bigger already. We probably should have quite a few sets of twins. We had this one great big doe, the biggest doe we've got. I don't know where she is, which one she is, but she's even bigger than SplitEar. She had triplets last year, and all 3 triplets survived. You can see Whitey amongst the girls there eating alfalfa. And they're picking the good out of the alfalfa. You see they don't eat it all up, all the straw is left on. They're just eating they kind of like picking the cherries out of a cherry limeade at Brahms. They're picking the good stuff out of it, and they don't eat all the rest of it. It just stays on the ground. Looking down there, that might be our big doe right down there in the corner. I don't know. That's a pretty big one. But it's the largest doe. Now, SplitEar finally went away. That SplitEar right here just finally walked away from me. She said, I better go over and get my share of that alfalfa. But you can see there that quite a bunch of deer gathered up there on the alfalfa. 2, 4, 6, 8 gathered on that alfalfa. A bunch of them down below, just enjoying themselves. We got a little break from the wind right here. It's just whipping around something awful. Supposed to blow the next 4 or 5 days as well. Beautiful 70-degree day today, even though we had winds over 40 degrees here. Winds over 40 miles per hour here last night. A lot of big wind up here. Okay. All right, let me switch this thing back real quick. We'll close this baby. Okay, I've got over here out of the wind as good as I possibly can. And I got everything's all crooked here as I move this thing around. But got over here out of the wind as good as I possibly can. Sun's shining through the back. I got in behind the mule, let the mule break the wind up a little bit. But I know there wasn't a whole lot to see this week in the antlers, but not many people, honestly, get to see a buck up close at this stage in the antler growth. When you think about it, the antlers got big last year, and we watched a big part of that, not for as early as we watched it this year, but we watched a big part of that, and all the way to going off in sheds. And I haven't found the sheds yet. I'm still looking for Forrest sheds, but I haven't been out looking. I've been taking care of Chris, and I haven't been out looking. And so I do hope to get to walk some more this week or next week, and hopefully maybe I'm going to try to get Daniel and Houston over here. They've been wanting to come and shed hunt and do a little shed hunting video with them. But irrespective, I'm on a shed hunt no matter what. but you don't get to see them. This is just the start. Just shiny little knobs up there will turn into something gigantic. And so it's amazing to get to see up close that kind of situation. And we can watch, of course, Whitey up close. We can get very close to him, and Forrest and TC, relatively close on TC. We can zoom in there real close and get a good look at that. So guys and girls, it's been great. This is going to be a fun year to watch giant deer antlers grow. And so we're going to go through a lot of carrots, and we're going to have a lot of fun. So share this thing with your friends, you know, get all your buddies that like to deer hunt, all your girlfriends over there that love deer. You can't help but love deer, and get to watch something that, in order to watch this out in the wild, you just have to be in the woods just about all the time. And then you have to be really, really lucky to be able to see those horns up as close as we're going to show you. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. Remember, I sure do love you.